Hey, love bug, Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, just give you good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or actually a spiritual empath that may be going through some trying times that need spiritual guidance or confirmation, validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly, truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, the expressions changed when they thought you quit, and you just recalibrated and changed your focus of direction. Y'all, I missed y'all. It's been almost close to like 2 weeks and I just went straight MIA. I went on a spiritual hiatus, when universe is telling me, hey, take this time out for yourself. Everybody's going through a very intense change right now and just going through purges, shifting vibrations, frequencies, and up towards another next level. So, new level, different devils. So you're dealing with all these different things that's taking place into your life that it was truly needed. It was very hard to be able to do because you're having to really face some, hard hitting stuff. Everybody's going through these, it's just like a spiritual vacuum. Everything is coming up to the surface, what is no longer needed. There's a big shift that's taken on in the atmosphere where you can feel it. It's going through connections of, Mother Earth, Gaia, source, creator, everything. So it's wanting us to allow ourselves to step forth. They're preparing us to prepare just to be prepared for, need to know basis, which they're not allowing us to know right yet. So there's different things that's taking place right now where you have to allow yourself to really, you know where your issues lie. Sometimes it's hard for us to really allow ourselves to go towards that ultimate change that challenges us all the time. But this is something that's really needed. The universe has this great confidence in us of what we're able to overcome, what we can face, what we need to connect with, what we need to disconnect from, what we need to acknowledge, and what we no longer continue to do. And these are the things that is really showing you through all the things that you have faced before in the past. So there's a lot of things that's coming up to the surface where whatever is taking place in the world, and I know it's like a countdown that's going on. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that right now, but it's like a spiritual countdown. And it just feels like all hell is breaking loose, because Halloween's right around the corner, which is my favorite time of the year. But whatever's taking place right now, when I say the darklings, anything that's attached to negativity, hellish vibrations, lurkers, whatever is really taking place right now, where it's really like creeping and connecting with a lot of different entities right now, because everybody's going through that mass change. There are some people that want to choose to be basic in being, but we can't do that. You got epic vibrations, epic frequencies, as well as, just with everything, you're epic in so many different ways. But a lot of times the things that we are having trouble with accepting makes you feel like you're less than, whether you want to admit it or not. You're going through these different things in your life, and it's just like you may not want to be honest with other people about my weaknesses and stuff like that, and that's fine, because you never know what people can use against you, when it comes to these different things. So there's a lot of people you have to really look out for right now. There's different wendigos and them changing things, that you're not fighting against different people, but the entities and the energies that are attached to those. And a lot of it, you can really feel that vibration is made you very hypersensitive. I've been going through a lot of purging, clearing, detaching, and detoxing at the same time, where I had to allow myself to step back I needed all my attention from myself. I had to get very selfish, and people were like, hey, Roslynn, you're okay, this. And I had to disconnect from, just social media, period, because it was like anxiety was high, intense mood swings and stuff like that, to where I'm not wanting to connect with nobody when I'm feeling that daggone way. I'm sorry, I'm just not that type of person, and it's just, you have to be able to go through these things. They're really guiding you to face, you're right into that self-reflection. And a lot of times, whatever you're dealing with in those wounds, your weaknesses, your strengths, pain from the past that put you on the spiritual journey. A lot of us have been through, a lot of trauma, and some things you probably suppress so, intensely, that you don't overlook that mess so many different times. But it's at that point where you have to stop running, and there's people out there that recognize your light. They recognize the strength that you have. And there's a lot of times people will play stuff on you and get pissed off to the fullest. Well, why every time they play something on you, it does not stop you. It may pause you a minute, it may slow down, but you get back up every single time, because that is that point where the devil had, connected with them, because he knows, what you carry. You may not know, but he knows, and you are getting to that point where your frequency is just heightened. It's very potent right now at that time. So it's just like the devil wants you to play low. He wants you to play small, wants you to play safe. Things are telling you, step out of that alignment of being, being safe, playing yourself mediocre. You ain't got time for that. You've been doing that a lot. Now it's time for you to take full responsibility on allowing yourself to take on these challenges and creating a new challenge within yourself, and these are the things that's really letting you know, is opening you up to really see what that evolution of a warrior really is right now, because you're feeling it. There's a lot of different things. You may doubt yourself. You may doubt the ability to overcome things, and that's fine. When you're allowing yourself to do that, you can admit it, but don't leave that type of vibration that you feel like you can't. It can be hard, yes, facing a lot of different things that has emotionally scarred you, traumatized you in so many different ways. It can really, it can rattle some people, and a lot of times it can put you in an emotional imbalance that can really rock you in very detrimental ways. But this is like where your ancestors are saying, we got you, but you need to have you. This is that time for you, when you can have all this love and protection towards other people. Now it's time for you to apply it towards yourself. And there's a lot of different people that you may be surrounding, or you're that one that was chosen in that family. And if you have people in that codependency type frequency, negative competition with you, comparison with you, where they always want to downplay your gifts, because they see that too and they don't like it, so they'll start applying, negative doubts into you. They will really try to, test you in so many different ways, to where it's getting to that point where you can become very toxic. And that's exactly what the devil wants with you right now, because he sees that that potential is with you, and that wrath is really coming right now, and there's a lot of different people that are talking about that wrath that's going on, that you don't want to be in God's way when it happens like that. And there's so many different things. It's just giving you that chance to know, especially if your loved ones is coming to you that has passed on. It's telling you got this, we're protecting you. You are that one that was chosen from all the way back from the beginning of time. They knew what duty you were going to have before you got here, and these are those things that's giving you that challenge to, step up to the plate. It's time. We can't backstep. This is where we can't run. These aren't those things where they want you to play as that small person. You need to get yourself into order. And that's exactly what they're telling you. So there's a lot of people that will place doubt on you. There are a lot of people that will mock you for the things that's taking place in your life. And, it's been going on a lot. I've had to deal with it myself, where I see the enemy of the enemy is together to make friends. The ones that try to stop you, the ones that want you to doubt yourself, the ones that probably wants you to even take yourself out. And those are the things they will try to apply that as a weakness when they see you in that suffering, or they laugh at you when you're really going through things. It's hard for you to do that. And a lot of times you have to detach yourself, on not allowing yourself to just even communicate with that type of frequency, because that means you're lowering yourself. If they can't come up to your peace and come up with your, compassion, it wasn't meant for y'all to connect anyway. And if somebody wants to play you with, poking fun at the things that you're allowing yourself to really go through, that's a weakness with them. Because the main people that are, bringing that alley view, that really wants to laugh at your sadness, your depression, whatever you're going through, you are facing something that is not for the weak at heart. Okay. Anybody that can face something that has really messed you up for a long time, that made you look at the world different, made you look at people different, that takes strength to be able to do. And the ones that mock you are the main ones that's running from theirs. So you have to allow yourself to put that in mind. And those are the things that you're facing when it's coming to you and challenging you like that. Because it can hurt. It really can. I ain't even gonna lie. But I had to remind myself, and it's just like, you have to really pray for your enemies, okay? There's a lot of different things. I feel like everybody can be epic. Everybody can be great. But it's a choice. If you can't make somebody do something they don't want to claim. Because when you're doing that, there's acceptance you have to be able to do. Being honest with yourself, not playing the victim role on what somebody has constantly done, but then allow yourself to claim the parts that you took place in your own part of your suffering. And these are the things that's taking place into your life. I had to go back, and get myself straight, and I did not want to come back until I got straight. So it was me looking at that where I can finally allow myself to say, I appreciate that pain that, I got inflicted on. These are the things that broke that caliber for me to find the truth within myself. And that's the only way you can be able to heal from those different things into your life. It can be a very hateful thing that you can go through. It can be a very sad thing that people want to, make you out as being the villain of that story. Or place all blame on something else instead of them allowing themselves to say, you know what, I apologize. I placed this on you. It had nothing to do with you, but this is what happened. You can have a blessing like that where somebody's actually allowing that apology or that acknowledgement on what they have placed on you, or even acknowledge the situation they placed you in. That's a blessing. But the bigger blessing is like, even regardless if you don't get, somebody contacting you and just want to have that heart to heart to you, they have amends, or, just being able to be an open book about the situation and trying to understand why things just happen. That's even better. But when you have to allow yourself to force yourself, stop or let me have this excuse on the reason why I want to still inflict pain on myself. Stop allowing myself to break down in tears about what somebody has done to me. What is somebody taken away from me? What has been blocked because of certain people in my life? Certain people that did not want to own up to their truth. I had to stop allowing my butt to stop playing small. Okay. I didn't realize I was doing it until I had to go through a self-assess. That's when you getting real with yourself and calling yourself out on your own ish. Okay. Like, look, you getting on my daggone nerves. We have to stop whatever it is that's conflicting with you and your vibrations that is telling you to come forth. You have to look at things from every direction. Okay. Every direction. You have to be able to do that. Real recognize real when fake want to linger around. Okay. And you have to be able to not hold grudges against the people that have done something to you. That's what the devil wants you to do. Because whatever is going on with all of us, anointed ones, you about to open a book that was not supposed, the devil did not want us to discover. Okay. So you being that main character and that lead of a play of a book, that's supposed to be opening up. That's why they want to keep harping on you. They want you to still keep that mind going on negative aspects in your life that you cannot change, and that's the thing that I had to realize within myself that was, I would always convince myself. And if I have to constantly convince myself, there are certain parts of my life I was not wanting to own up to. And that's what you have to do. Okay. You can say it all day. This happened to me. And, I haven't got my answers. I haven't had that truth. The truth has to start with you first, regardless if somebody admits the things that they did, want to take, responsibility for the parts that they play. Sometimes you got to close that door and don't worry about that closure. That's the best and worst distraction you can ever do, is you're allowing yourself to wait for somebody to give you an explanation. There's a 50-50 chance they're not going to give it to you. Okay? Because some people like the fact is you want to be like that, because they're being like that. They're having a reason on why they put stuff on you, didn't even have nothing to do with you. But that was that point of them doing that. But for us to be that generational curse breaker, the real deal Holyfield, call yourself out on your own stuff. Stop playing so daggone small. We didn't come here to want to make excuses. We had to be that reason of change where we show people anytime you feel like it's impossible for you to live right in your righteous mind of your truth, where people are just, ignorance is bliss. Okay. When you start seeing things outside the box, they want to tell you you're crazy, or they want to tell you, oh, these don't exist. God don't exist. You sit up here doing this and this and that. I ain't got time. Whatever you view, that's your view. That's your opinion. I've been down my road of discovery. I've been down my road of knowledge to acknowledge, and I had to be able to allow myself to be honest with myself, and there used to be times where I said, why, when I stand up for myself, where I feel disrespected, I feel like somebody really wanted to dumb me down, and I start clapping back, and I'm wondering why karma hit me just as quick. But it's just the ones that are out there being like that ain't catching it like I was. And I used to get very mad at the universe for that, because you are that example. You are that messenger, because you ain't got to reply back to that low frequency. Raise above that. If they want to be low like that, allow them to be low. Allow them to be low. You're going through that time of change where you can't allow somebody's insecurities, insignificance, or whatever they got going on to stop you from your growth. Okay? That'll be an excuse. That is not your truth. If they want to be that way, allow them to do that. You got a life to live. You got a war that we need to fight. We already ran the battle. Because there's so many people that feels like you can go through the worst situations and can never rise above that. That's a lie. That's a whole lie. It's your choice if you want to. Because there's a lot of people that are comfortable with placing toxicity in lives, where they feel like that was their reason to stay that way. No, that was your excuse to stay that way. I don't have time to want to talk about different painful situations in my life, but I will to myself. That self-talk is saying you're going to use that exact tool to make yourself better. You ain't got to keep remembering, keep going through that toxic episode that want to be repetitive, okay? But you going to close that book and lock it up. Put it in that box of Pandora's that don't even need to open no more. But appreciate that source that gave you that power to know who you were. Because it's like I had to tell myself, crying, tears, eyes swelled shut, mad at my own self because I allowed things to get to me. Why? Look how many things you have gotten through. Look how many things you have faced. Look how many things that tried to kill you and you came right back like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Only except that they have another daggone Vampire Slayer popping up in this place. It was me. Okay? I had to be able to go through that and say you are the real deal Holyfield. The truth protector of projector. You won't have a lot of people that is going to be triggered and intimidated by you because they see the fact is everything they placed on you has not prospered. You are protected in so many different ways. And a lot of times we don't realize because we don't go further and we don't get the things that we feel like we deserve because we allowed ourselves to convince ourselves we weren't deserving of that. Regardless of what we said, it was what you allowed yourself to believe within yourself. And that's the main thing we don't know. We are our own enemy. Regardless of who you got this, karmic connection in, you can allow that affect you until you allowed yourself to be affected, because a lot of times when people have been around you for so long, especially if you're in them karmic circles, they know where your triggers are. They know where your weaknesses are. They know where to hit you at, where it counts to keep you playing small. That's that time when you're going to have to give your own self that pep talk. How long are you going to allow yourself to keep repeating that same cycle that you don't even need to be in no more? Okay? Regardless on what people want to say about you, people will talk about you because they ain't got nothing to say about themselves. Or they don't want to admit the things that they're doing about themselves. But that ain't no longer your business. Whatever people saying outside of you, regardless they say it to your face, behind your back, whatever, is what you see within you. When you get up and you're allowing yourself to be that Billy badass and saying, you know what, there are so many different things that other people wouldn't have been able to overcome like I overcome. You know, I look at my life experience in my life, and I've seen people that's probably been not in as bad as the situation is, and not saying that mine is worse than anybody else's, but when I know my story, I know what I've gone through, I feel like I had to allow myself to say, sis, you don't know how blessed you are. Because anybody else would have probably dealt with the situation that you had to go through, that struggle, that pain, that heartache, that violation, and every term you can possibly do to a child. You still came out and you're showing your life purpose with other people that are trying to find their own. That's an inspiration to people. There's going to be people in your life that's going to see you as a beautiful blessing of an inspiration, because you can be a whole hot mess. Just within that vibration had birthed out chaos for an ultimate blessing of a battle to win. And that's what the devil don't like about you. The devil don't like that. So he'll take people that's close to you. If it's not your husband, it's your wife, it's your finances, it's your job, it's your family, it's your children, because they know there's certain parts of you that they can touch anything else, but there's certain things that they know that's a low blow if you hit, and the devil crude like that. Okay, so when you're allowing yourself to sit back, you ain't gotta give up. You know, you don't have to give up. There may be times that you want to, but you can't, that is not one of your options, okay? It's either get better or you allow yourself to keep going through this repetitive thing and you be stuck like Chuck. This ain't that time. You're not going to, because we're jumping through paradigms here. Too long. It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm not ready yet. Why are you not ready? What is it? You know, you're going to go through that. You know, you're going to go through those different things, but now this is that time. They want you to see that truth. They want you to appreciate the things that you have had reflecting into your life that was sent to break you. Okay? It's just like everything is your book on discovering you. Everybody has their own book. It depends on if it's a bestseller, a psychological thriller, or whatever. You are that book, to where if you did not experience these things, you have to be able to break yourself in some kind of way to see where your truth really lies at. And that's the scariest thing you can actually acknowledge. How much bravery do I have to step into a situation I know where it feels familiar to the soul, but it's still foreign to the shell? Because it's like some kind of way you have gone through some kind of deja vu, you know, situation where you see how it's going to play out a little bit. Like, heck, these things feel kind of familiar. And what is this trying to tell me? Because, you know, deep down inside, you always going to come on top. But it's just the fact is, you have to get into that vibration where everything is aligned with that. You know, you can't hold on to the things of what others have done to you. You know, and I understand. I truly understand. But I said, for me to be where I need to be, that part of me doesn't need to exist anymore. It played a genuine part to guide me towards my truth, to peace, to all ultimate understanding. I had to be able to do that within my life. I can't allow myself to keep talking and, you know, or the memories that come up that really just shook me to my core. But allow that to be the fuel to say, this is no longer a part of my life. This is no longer a part of my thought process. You know, allow myself to just put that to rest. Allowing myself to stay present in my own present so I can create a future I never imagined I can have. Because you deserve that. That's why, you know, universe don't pick you for who they picked you for. You know, there's so much things that's going on in this world that people feel like nothing better can come from a situation they have been in because they've been the worst of their worst. And not realizing that pain led to a purpose that you didn't even know you're going to be helping not just yourself, but other people. So whatever you're going through right now, whatever old vibrations, old memories, old thoughts is coming up into your process, that all that is the devil. Allow yourself to detach from that. Use that as that tool, as fuel to become so much better than you can ever imagine. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Y'all ain't try to, elongate it or whatever like that. But, I will be having Heyoka chat today at 6:30. It's like almost, 4:08 here in Georgia. So I did miss you guys, but, it's just, I had to be able to take that time out for myself where it really needed my whole attention. So hopefully I'll be able to connect with you there. And I would love to give a post notification shout out to Katrina Marie Rainwater, Tyra Lover 941, and Dr. Orient. I hope everything's going good since you just got over COVID. Much love to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Please drop a line. I would love to be able to connect with you or even just get a positive feedback from the video. What else I got to say? Well, I'll leave my link. I haven't did a podcast in probably 2 weeks since the last time I did a video here, but I do have at least about 100 podcast content on Heyoka. So hopefully you'll be able to connect with that as well. And I'll leave all my contact information in case you want to do spiritual networking. I always help people on the side if they're not comfortable with talking about their issues there on a tube of view, which I totally understand. Whatever we speak on is confidential, and I try my best to be able to help you out either through my experience or what universe connects with me with to project towards you, or just find the information to give you a deeper understanding. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Please be responsible at every single thing that you do. Even through social distancing, make sure you can help others, with love, light, positivity, words, vibes, and frequencies. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. And you'll see me on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Much love.